Oh my god. Sometimes I fake a yawn. That was not a fake yawn. That was a real yawn. Oh yeah, by the way, shout out to St. Louis Blues hockey. That was perfect timing. Coffee first. All right, we're good. What's up, guys? Fears, audience, fears. What's up? I'm doing all right. I'm doing okay. Lots to talk about. Lots and lots and lots. As always, to talk about. Let me open up the chat. Let's get a mosey in here. Let's get a rockin'. 2 people are already in the chat waiting patiently for Fears. There we are. Let me just open it up. Thank you for the like. I appreciate that. Let me switch it from top chat to live chat. Thank you for the second like. I'm telling you, you guys go nuts with these likes. I appreciate that. So, what up, guys? It's Fears. I'm just a tad tired. Yeah. As you can see, it's bright and sunny out today, so I don't think we'll have any problems with the internet. But you never know with this Florida internet, man. It's in, it's out, it's here sometimes, kind of, maybe, sort of. So, if it does go out, I wouldn't be surprised. But the other day, I apologize. I was live streaming, and then all of a sudden, for like 30 minutes, I kept talking to an invisible screen, and I thought you guys were there, and you weren't there. So that's why Fears did 2 live streams. Anyway, today's topics are Halloween is coming. In 2 months, Halloween will be here, so we're going to talk about that. I'm going to take some random questions from the fans, and then we're going to do the top 10 Halloween movies. Visions! Lord Visions is here. Visions, don't be mad, buddy. You know how I was supposed to watch Psycho last night? Fears did not watch any movies. I was so tired. As soon as I had my dinner, I started to play it, right? And I slept all the way through it. So I'm going to have to rewatch it tonight, buddy. So yeah. So when I woke up, it just had the title of Psycho. So I think like 2 minutes in, Fears fell asleep. I was so tired. And then when I woke up, I just turned off the television. I turned off all the lights. And I just went to bed. Buddy. So no Psycho review today. But I have every intention of watching it tonight. So I apologize. And as you can tell from Fears' mug, no sleep, given to me by Lord Visions, I'm tired. That beautiful thing that is coffee. Oh my lord. So yeah. So today, I thought we would do the top 10 Halloween movies. So, get your thinking caps on. Top 10 Halloween movies. I'm going to take some random questions from the fans. And then we're going to talk about Halloween is coming in 2 months. Fears' favorite holiday. I love me some Halloween. That means watching horror movies until 2, 3, 4, 5 in the morning. That means putting out my Halloween tree. That's right, Fears has a Halloween tree. And it's going to be epic. And it's going to be amazing. And it's going to be 10 times better than last year's. I don't even know how that's possible because last year's was pretty good. But I'll give it a valiant effort to make it just as good. Vision says, "What's up, dude? Dude, what's going on, man?" I'm having a good day. Fears had a nice nap, a nice long nap. Let's see. Work was pretty good. We actually had an easy day. I rolled in, and they're like, "Yo, Fears, what's up?" And I was like, "What's up?" And then I looked right at my boss. I'm like, "All right." I'm like, hit me with it. I'm like, "How much do we have today?" And he goes, "Fears." He goes, "It's an easy day." I said, "Well, what's an easy day?" I said, "Come on, lay it on me." He's like, "Fears, we only got 35." He goes, "We only got 35,000. I was like, "Yes!" Now, what are the chances of having another easy day tonight? 2 easy nights in a row? I don't know. We'll see. But work was good last night. Vision says Triple is going to be so pumped. That he will. That he will. He always gets excited about the Halloween tree and the Christmas tree, which is hilarious because I just put Christmas ornaments already on my Halloween tree because I'm going full Halloween for Halloween, and I'm gonna go full Halloween for Christmas this year. It's gonna be a whole Halloween Christmas extravaganza. Visions, I'm even going to put all of my Christmas presents in Halloween wrapping paper that I found off of Etsy. Some girl, she makes, I guess she's like really into Halloween like I am. And so I just wrote Halloween themed wrapping paper. And then I wrote Christmas themed wrapping paper. Then I wrote Christmas / Halloween paper, right? And this girl's channel popped up. I don't remember her name, but I saved her channel on Etsy. And it's pictures of pumpkins with like a little Christmas hat on. And I was like, that's perfect. That's perfect. So it's a big jack-o'-lantern, a glowing jack-o'-lantern, mind you. So I thought about that, or I thought about going to trickortreatstudios.com, and they've got Halloween 3 wrapping paper of like all of the, like every single, like from Halloween 3, the 3 masks. So I thought about doing that too. So I haven't decided. So maybe I'll let the fans decide, or maybe I'll do both. Maybe I'll buy both Halloween 3 and that wrapping paper off of Etsy and mix it together. I don't know. We'll see. Oh, Lord. Triple says, my thirst for tree will only be satisfied when you have a turkey tree. I don't know. Maybe I should. Maybe before I put all the Halloween stuff on, maybe I should just throw in like a turkey or two. You better be ready to hear it from me in November, Fears. Oh, God, I can only imagine. Triple, listen, I love you, buddy. I love you. But I don't think there's gonna be a turkey tree. You're gonna get a kick-ass Halloween tree, as always, and a kick-ass Christmas / Halloween tree. But I don't know. Maybe I'll put a turkey ornament. Maybe I'll buy a turkey ornament and throw it into the tree just for you. I don't know. We'll see. Anyway, big shout out to the fans. I hope you guys are doing well. Shout out to Lord Triple and Lord Visions. Visions, I'm sorry that I didn't get around to watching Psycho, my friend. God, I am so tired the last couple of days. But today was pretty cool. I went out for lunch, and then I had to pay rent today, so I paid my rent, and then what else did I do? I slept. Went to Walmart. So, like, before I go to sleep, I try to get all the errands done, you know what I'm saying? So, I got home, took a shower, ate breakfast, went to Walmart, paid my rent, went up to the leasing office, paid the rent. Then I paid my water bill. I thought, well, I might as well be up at the leasing office. I might as well kill 2 birds with 1 stone. Paid my rent, and then I paid my water bill. My water bill is not that bad. I think it was only like $27. So, yeah. So, the water bill is like the most inexpensive thing. Because I drink a lot of bottled water. I'll just go to Walmart, and I'll get like the cheapo stuff. You can get like a pack of like 60 bottles of water for like $5 or $6 at Walmart. So my water bill, and then I take very quick showers. The only time Fears will take a long shower is if I'm at a hotel. So yeah. So like whenever I visit my mom or whenever I visit someone's house, I'm in there like 5-6 minutes tops. Maybe just get in, and then I'm done. So yeah. Set up that P.O. box and send you all the turkey tree fixings. Oh shit. Well, I think I'm gonna try and have the P.O. box up before my birthday, Triple. because my birthday's coming up, so I thought, all right, well, if anyone wants to send me something for my birthday, I said that would be a perfect thing. I'm going to try. I'm going to try and have it. I know it'll be up before Christmas. So then if anyone wants to send me anything for Christmas, then I can add it underneath the tree. There you are. Not that anyone will, because I don't expect anything. All I'm going to tell people is I would love some fan letters, So yeah. Yo, Lewis, what's up? He says, what up, buddy? I seen you on the Flea Market Falcon YouTube. Flea Market Falcon. Flea Market Falcon. Oh, yeah. I met that guy. Yes, Lewis. I met that guy at a convention. He was filming. I was filming. And so he's in my vlog, and I'm in his vlog. Wow. It took me a minute to remember that. Is that what you're talking about, Lewis? I believe that's what it is. So, yeah. Vision says, what up, Lewis? And then Kate goes, total Tuesday. I know, right? It's already Tuesday already. Lewis says at Comic-Con. Well, it wasn't at Comic-Con. It was, Lewis, it was at a Toy Con. But, yeah. Kate said, I watched Knock at the Cabin last night. Kate, did you enjoy it? Because I really enjoyed that movie. I really enjoyed that movie. Lewis says, hey, Exhume Visions. And then he said, yeah. So it was at a Toy Con, Lewis. And I just made a joke. Lewis. So I saw him off into the distance, and I went, oh, this is a perfect opportunity. And I was like, hey, what the hell are you doing? And then he was like, I don't even remember the guy's name. So, I'm sorry. Lewis, what's his name on his channel? Do you know his actual name? Like, my actual name is John. But just call me Fears. So I went up to him, and I thought, oh, this is the perfect opportunity. I said, Visions. Well, Visions, you saw the vlog. So I walked up to him. I said, hey, what the hell is this? And he was like, he got all kind of nervous. He's like, what? And I said, how dare you? How dare you? And he went, what? I said, you're vlogging on my turf? I said, no. I said, you're going to have to stop that camera. And he's like, well, Fears, you're vlogging on my turf. I went, oh, don't even go there. And I was like, listen, I'm like, my vlogging skills are no comparison to yours. I said, I will out-top you at all times. And he was like, you think so, Fears? I'm like, I know so. I said, when you put a vlogging camera in Fears' hands, you will turn to mush. You will turn to dust. You will be putty in Fears' hand. So, yeah. So, off camera, I was totally joking. But Lewis, I was going fucking nuts on him. You saw what I was saying, in the video. So, yeah, we got a kick out of it. And so, that guy subscribed to me. I subscribed to him. He's a nice guy. I was totally just joking, though. And I think I even said I was joking, in the video, not to piss off his fans, because I was like, I don't want to piss off any of his fans, because I actually don't know how much that guy has. But anyway, he's probably a struggling YouTuber just like me, trying to get millions, but we don't have millions. But what we do have, I was telling that guy at that con, Lewis, I was like, listen, even though we're small pickings, we're small potatoes, we have great fans behind us, Will Fears get to 100,000 one day? I would like to, but I'm a realist. Visions, I don't know. I don't know if I will ever get there, but we keep it trying. Hell, I'm doing a lot better on TikTok than I am on my YouTube. So, Lewis, if you want to add me on TikTok, it's at FearsMan26. Almost everything, for all you new fans out there, if you want to follow me on Instagram, Twitter, Tumblr, Pinterest, all that stuff, it's all at FearsMan26. The only thing that is not at FearsMan26 is my second channel, the one that you're watching right now, Fears Vlogs. So, yeah. Lewis says, I'm a big fan of both of you. Well, hey, nice. Well, Lewis, welcome. Welcome. Fangirl said, yes, I loved it, but the end fell flat for me. You think so? It is the end of the world, Kate. It is the end of the world. They were quite clear. They said either we kill you, or it's the end of the world. But I could see it from both ends. You know, like if someone tried to kill my family, I'd be like, you guys are insane out of your minds. You're not killing my family, let alone not killing me. But then I could see where they were coming from. Well, it is the end of the world. That would be a hard position to put somebody in. So, yeah. Vision says, Fangirl Kate, I thought it was decent. I like that the twist is there. Wait, I like that the twist is there, that there was no twist. Yeah, there was no twist. They were pretty straightforward, Visions. Either we kill you, and God spoke to us and said, I don't know if it was God, because God, I'll be honest, Fangirl Kate, that was their only flaw. Obviously, I'm a Christian, so I believe in God, I believe in Jesus and the Mother Mary and all that. God would never tell somebody, hey, you have to kill someone. God loves everyone. Jesus loves everyone. So probably the person that spoke to them was the guy down south, the guy dressed in red. I don't even want to utter his name, but it was probably that guy. Or it was probably a demon or some shit that spoke to them. You know, it definitely wasn't God, you know. Anyway, and they were pretty straightforward. Either you let us kill you, or it's the end of the world. So yeah, Visions, you are quite correct. There was no twist. So yeah. Lewis said, okay, for sure. Yeah, Lewis, check me out on TikTok. FearsMan26 on TikTok. Vision says, how long ago was that video? I don't know, Visions. Let's find out. Let me go to my vlogs, and let me find out. I thought you would have watched that one. Visions, I was going nuts in that video. I was like, what the hell is this? I'm like, you're vlogging on my turf? I'm like, you goddamn son of a bitch. You know, I mean, I was going nuts. But I was just joking. Let's see here. Let me go to my vlogs. I believe the last convention I went to, so me and Sam went axe throwing on June 3rd. And then before that, I went to Hogan's Beach Shop and mini golfing at Gator Golf. And then let me scroll down. Then before that, I went to the convention. I think it was at the Tampa Extravaganza 2023 Toy-Con. So that was 2 months ago. Let me play it real quick, Visions, and see if that's where it was. So give me 1 second. I think this is it. Let's see here. I think this is it. I'm not 100% sure. Let's see here. Maybe it was before that, because I'm not seeing it. Maybe, let's see here. Maybe I haven't uploaded that vlog yet. Oh Lord, that's how far behind I am. You know what, Visions? I don't think I've. Oh wait, no. No, maybe it was at the Orlando Toy-Con. That was 7 months ago. Lewis, do you know how long ago? Do you know how long ago that was? Let me see. Let me play the Orlando Toy-Con. Let's see if it's in that one. Let's see. Let's see here. I'm playing through it, but I have it on silent, so you guys don't have to hear all the stuff. You know what? I don't think I've uploaded that video yet. God, that's how far behind I am. Yeah. Because I'm looking through all the toy ones. Let's see. The Florida Extravaganza, that was 8 months ago. I know it wasn't that far back. I thought it's not in the Star Wars one. It was at one of the vlogs that I went to in Tampa. Jeff does a lot of toy cons in Orlando or around the Orlando area, but he does a lot of them in Tampa. A lot of them. Let me go through the Tampa one again. I could have sworn it was in this one. Let's see here. Give me 1 second here. Yeah, so this is the one where I met the Darth Vader guy. Let's see here. Yep. And then I'm hanging out with Jeff in it. There we are. And then I saw the Gremlin guy. And then let's see here. And then I grabbed the sugar packets. Yep. Yeah, I don't think I've uploaded it yet. Damn. I thought it was up. I thought it was already up. Well, it will be up soon. It will be up soon. There it is. I thought it was already up. So, but how long ago? I think the actual video that Lewis is talking about, Visions, I think it was about 2 or 3 months ago. I could be wrong. But Lewis, do you know how long ago that video was? At least that guy is better at uploading videos than Fears is. It takes me forever to upload a video. Let's see. Kate says, Exhume, you're making me feel differently about the twist being no twist thing. I mean, isn't that a mindfuck? That is a mindfuck. Kate said, yeah, it was pretty straightforward. That's true. It was. They even apologized for bombarding them in their home. They said, we're really sorry to bombard you and your husband and your kid, but we have to talk to you. Here's what's going down. Either you let us do this, or it's the end of the world. That's pretty much what it was, you know. Vision says it's like that troop of that director to have a big surprise at the end, and the surprise was that these people were being sincere. They were being sincere, like they weren't trying to be sadistic at all. So yeah. Kate says it bumps up from a 7.8 to an 8.5 for me. There you go. Well, Kate, me and Visions, we're real big movie guys. I would say Visions is a big movie guy, if not more than me, because he goes to the movie theaters a lot more than me. So he's, if not as big of a movie fan as me together, he's probably a bigger movie fan. But I'm quite the movie fan. But anyway, cheers to the fans. Lewis, do you know how long ago that vlog was? I could have sworn it was up. But maybe it's not, because I can't find it. But Visions, since you asked, I didn't do an intense look. I would watch probably the last 5 or 6 vlogs, because it may be in one of the last 5 to 6 vlogs. That's what I'm thinking. Because I could have sworn I was 99% positive that video, that piece of footage that Lewis is talking about, was already up. I could have sworn. I mean, I was almost positive, but I can't seem to find it. And yeah. So, but I thought it was up. That's what I'm thinking. Oh, hang on. There we are. Anyway, I just wanted to make sure we were still live because my internet's been on El Frizzo. So yeah. Anyway, Kate, you make a lot of good points. Thank you for the 3 likes. I really appreciate that. But yeah. So watch the last few, watch the last 5 or 6 vlogs, Visions. It's worth it though, because I go nuts. But not in a sadistic way, not like in an evil way. I was just joking. This guy's literally he was minding his own business, Visions, but I was just joking. And he's just going like this, and he had a very nice mount. He had the camera on a mount. He was holding it, and he was just like this. And someone texted me, so I'll have to check it out here in a second. Give me 1 second. So he's going like this. And then I just walked up. I'm like, hey, what the hell is this? And he was like, what are you talking about? I'm like, how dare you? How dare you vlog on Fears' turf? I'm like, what, you think you can just walk in here and do and say whatever the hell you want and film whatever you want? I can't believe it. Oh, wait, did Visions already find it? Oh, hang on. Wait a minute. Let's watch it, shall we?
It's time to bring balance.
Oh, he went to Flea Market Falcon. Yeah. All right, so let's actually watch what he put in.
Business travel and discover the equilibrium.
All right.
Hey man, what are you doing? You're vlogging on my turf? Hey.
Oh, here it is.
Unbelievable. Listen, I'm filming, you're filming.
Okay, but I at least have like a handle for my camera.
You do. You know why I don't have a handle? Because Spears likes to vlog on that cheap. I bet you that handle was like what?
Oh wait, so it was. Yeah, because I'm wearing the same shirt. Visions. I must have skimmed through it. So I'm wearing my Flash shirt. So give me 1 second. That vlog. So that vlog is already up because I just saw that. I must have skimmed through it. Give me 1 second. I know where that one is. My version of it is in, hang on. Let me go to my videos. I guess I just skimmed through it. I didn't watch it. Mine was 2 months ago. Mine was at the Tampa Extravaganza 2023 Toy Con. So that was 2 months ago. And let me see if I'm wearing the same shirt.
Dude.
Yep, I'm wearing the same shirt. I'm wearing, hang on, let me make sure it's my Shazam shirt. Yep. So if you watch Visions, if you watch the Tampa Extravaganza Toy Con, it's in there somewhere. Because I'm wearing a red shirt. It must be in there. If it isn't in there, that means I accidentally forgot to put that footage in the vlog. But I'm glad that the Falcon put it up. Let's continue to watch to see what he put in.
It came free with the camera.
Really?
Yeah.
That's bullshit.
You can get one of these for $5 online.
Where can you get it for free or for $5?
eBay, Amazon.
All right, I'm gonna eBay it up because I need one.
I do need one.
All right, shameless plug time. Subscribe to my channel, FierceMan26. All right, I'll leave this guy alone now. All right, later, buddy.
Go.
That's right. Gotta get a shameless plug in. That's what I'm talking about.
Ooh. This guy draws Ninja Turtle comics.
Oh yeah, that guy that did the Ninja Turtle comics drawing of it. That guy was not. Oh my gosh, I'm so tired. You guys know what I meant. The guy, I'm trying to get it out. The guy that draws the Ninja Turtle comics, he did a good job. And you know what? I already subscribed to the Falcon on my main channel. I did not subscribe to him on my vlog channel, so I just subscribed to him on my vlog channel and on my on my main channel. So big shout out to him.
What if you...
Well, dude, thanks so much for the plug. That's right. Wow, that's awesome. Well, big shout out to the Falcon. Awesome, buddy. Well, Visions, thanks so much for finding that. That was pretty cool. That was pretty cool. Nice. Nice. I gotta say, okay, I remember that now. Do you remember it, Vision? Okay, good. Yeah, because the minute I saw, the thing that topped it off. The thing that topped it off was I couldn't remember what shirt I was wearing. I must have skimmed through it. So Visions, you remember watching that? Yeah. So it's in the Tampa Extravaganza one. So if you, oh, hang on, I messed this up. Hang on. So if you watch my version of it, it's the same dialogue. So I must have skimmed through it because, I didn't play. I just kind of went like this and just kind of skimmed through it. Because if you put your cursor over a video, it'll let you skim through it. I guess I didn't. Yeah. I can see you in the front row of the wrestling match. Oh, yeah. I'm going nuts with it. Yeah. Well, I'm going to watch the Falcons vlog, and I don't think he'll mind me using some of his footage, because I would love to edit someone's vlog from their perspective with me in it. That would be awesome, because I didn't know if he was going to use that footage or not, so that is so cool. So yeah, so big shout out to the Flea Market Falcon. So yeah, I see him up there filming. Oh, I was filming away. Well, you guys saw. You know what, Visions? I know what I did. I made 2 different videos. Let me go to FierceMan26. I think I put in that piece of footage when I did the wrestling Remember I did the wrestling? I thought, oh, I'm going to make 2 videos. That's why it was probably not in the Tampa, Florida extravaganza. It is in it, but it's in on the main channel. You know what I'm saying? Let me see if it's in that video on the main channel. That's probably the reason why I couldn't find it on the vlog channel, because I broke up my footage. Let me see. Let me go to my main channel and see if it's on if it's on the main channel or not, because I'm pretty sure I know I put it in one of those. I put it in the Tampa, Florida one, the vlog, or I put it in the in the Tampa, Florida extravaganza Toy Con like wrestling match, because Jeff had a full-on wrestling match there. I'm pretty sure I put it in that one. Let me see if it's in that one. Give me 1 second. That's probably why I couldn't find it. All right, hang on. Let me see. I'm gonna have to scroll back here. Yeah, here we go. Tampa, Florida extravaganza 2023 Toy Con wrestling match. It's probably in this one. Let me see. Yep. Here I am in the front row doing the wrestling match. Yep. Let's see here. Let's see. Let me skim through it. All right, there's the wrestling match. And then I got the wrestlers. And then, let's see here. Then there's Jeff. Yeah, I think it's in this one. I think it's at the very end. I'm telling you, Visions, it's either in one of those two. It's either in the wrestling. I can't really find it. I mean, I skimmed through it, and I don't see it in the wrestling one. It's either in the wrestling one on my main channel, or it's in the Tampa, Florida vlog. Because I made 2 vlogs out of it. I thought, oh, I'll do just a wrestling match. Just a wrestling match for... Because I did so much footage, I was like, oh, I should probably break it up. And my friend at work was like, Fears, make 2 videos out of it. And I was like, what do you mean? He goes, dude, put all your toy collecting stuff on the vlog channel. He goes, and then just make the wrestling match that Jeff put on as like a separate video. I'm like, that's perfect. I'm like, I'll put that on the main channel, buddy. So I think that's what I did. So I don't know exactly where it is, Visions. You may want to check, but it's in one of those 2 videos. So, but because I just played it. So yeah, so man, or no, you know what? I even did a 3rd video. I broke, so it's in one of these 3 Visions. If you go to FearsMan26 again, I even did a 3rd video where it's the Tampa Extravaganza 2023 Toy Con interviews. I bet you it's in that one. Let me see if it's in that one. Give me 1 second. Let's see here. Yep, there's Darth Vader. There's Jeff. Let's see here. There's Darth Vader, talking to Darth Vader. There it is! Okay, so Visions, finally Fears found it. Here. So if you here, I'm going to play it right now. So here I am talking to Darth Vader. So listen to this. So here's me talking to Darth Vader, and then the Falcon guy comes right after. Watch this.
Absolutely. All right. We will take over the galaxy. That's right. Well, I think we already have. We took over the galaxy with Nerdage. Hey, man, what are you doing? You're vlogging on my turf? Hey. Unbelievable. Yeah. Listen, I'm filming, you're filming.
Yeah.
Okay, but I at least have like a handle for my camera.
You do. You know why I don't have a handle? Because Fears likes to vlog on that cheap.
I knew it was on my channel. I knew it. It wasn't on the vlog channel. So, to answer your question, Visions, good Lord, that was a long answer. But at least I got it. I knew I wasn't crazy. I was like, I know this is up. If you go to the main channel, so if you go to FearsMan26 and write in Tampa Extravaganza 2023 Toy Con interviews, it's in that video. Because I did so much footage, Visions, I thought, oh, I'll just break it up and do three different videos. So I put a vlog on the vlog channel, I put the interviews on the main channel, and then I put the wrestling match on the main channel too. I knew I wasn't crazy. I was like, I know for a fact I put up that footage. Because I was really excited, because that was a hell of a con. And I was like, I know I've put up that footage. I know it. So it took me a little while, but I found it. Vision says, okay, I remember that now. I can see you in the front row of the wrestling match. Well, I can't wait to watch the flea market Falcons point of view, because I only watched that one time indicate. What do you call them, Visions? That timestamp that Vision sent me. So I'm gonna watch the whole thing as soon as I get done here. I see him filming up there. Oh, I was filming. I mean, I was getting really into the wrestling match. I was like, oh, a choke slam, you motherfucker. I mean, I was going nuts with it, as Fears always does in my videos. You guys kind of look related, like you could be brothers. Yeah, he was a nice guy. He was a nice guy, Visions, just like you, buddy. I mean, we talked off camera. We talked after the wrestling match, and I asked him. I said, hey, I said, how many flea markets do you go to? He goes, oh God. He goes, a bunch, like throughout the year. And I said, I've only went to a couple, you know. And he's like, have you got any footage? I said, no. I said, sadly, every time I've went, it's just been, I've took a couple of pictures. And he's like, you should film them. And I was like, yeah. I'm like, I don't want to steal your thunder. And he's like, oh, Fears, go nuts. He was the nicest guy. So I need to do what LC said. Anytime I go toy hunting or buy a collectible or buy a movie, I need to like start filming that shit, you know. He was a nice guy, Visions, you know. Fear's long lost brother saga. Hell yeah. I guess, you know. Brother! Visions, that was another thing that you missed out back in the day. So, I totally took down this guy's channel because this guy was not my brother. But this guy, back in the day, and he came out of nowhere, you know. And I guarantee you it was probably a troll acting like my brother, but he came in, and I remember one day I was streaming, and I don't know how this guy got the link. I'm so glad that trolls can't just pop into your shows anymore. Like, whenever you used to do Google Hangouts, right? Anyone could get the link and just, like, bombard your stream and just, like, totally trash your stream. Like, Quentin would come in with, like, tons of naked photos, and you can't put nudity on YouTube, right? So I would have to take the whole video down. So one day, I was like, who? And literally, it was a box that said Fear's brother. Or Brother Fears or some shit like that. And I went, oh, who's this? So out of curiosity, I was like, I don't care if this guy ruins the stream. I've got to find out who this is. So I click on it, right, Visions? And he's like, Fears! Oh, it's Fears! Oh, how you doing, Fears? How you doing, Fears? I'm your long-lost brother. I'm your British brother, Fears. And he would talk like that, right? He would talk like that. And I was like, oh, this guy's fucking legendary. Then he started making, like, cheesy, cringy, like, troll videos. And that's when Fears had to take him down. But for a while, he was hilarious. But I haven't heard from Fear's brother in a long time. But big shout out to Fear's brother. So yeah, now but you know what? Now that I've said something, he'll probably be back with the thunder, you know. But yeah. So you missed out on all that, Visions. Oh yeah, that guy was great. Fears, no, it's Fears. But me and Randall are going to bring him back in the cartoon because he would always talk about like him modeling and him tanning and all the other shit that I usually do. You know, but I knew this guy was joking around, so I just, like, went with it, you know? But, oh, God, it was pretty funny. It was pretty damn funny. So, yeah. Anyway. But, yeah, thank you for finding that, Visions. I will totally find that. And, Lewis, I'm so glad that you brought that up. And, Lewis, I'm honored to have you as a fan. I'm sure, you know, Flea Market Falcon is honored to have you as a fan, too. I never got the guy's name, though. I mean, because we just chatted, you know, because he was trying. I didn't want to interrupt him, you know. Like, I did my little cameo in his vlog, and I thought, all right, I did my part. Then, like, we talked after the wrestling show, and then I was getting tired, because I'm telling you, as much as I love conventions, they really, like, I mean, I was there all day, you know what I'm saying, Visions? I don't know, have you ever gotten that, Visions? Like, you said that you've done some cons. Whenever you go to a con, it really drains your energy. Especially because I put a lot of energy into my videos, right? And Triple, I only eat at a convention when I absolutely have to. Unless I get something for free, Fears eats way before the convention because they're not gonna, I mean, they're already ass raping me with, with the, with how much I have to pay for the collectibles, So fears, I'm a penny saved, I'm a penny saved, penny earned type of guy, where I can save a penny. Plus I get a lot of that from my dad and my grandpa. Wherever they could sniff out a deal. My grandpa and my dad were the best. I mean, they're even better than me, and I'm pretty good at negotiating, But my grandpa could get anything, literally anything. My dad, like, I'll be honest. Here's a good one, Visions. My dad talked the guy down. When my very first car, my dad's like, "Hey, John, I know you don't have a lot of money, so." It was like my very first car. Oh, what did I get? I got like a Cavalier. So I've had 3 cars so far in my life. I had a Cavalier, a black Cavalier, and then I drove that for a while. Then we traded it in, and I got a black Tiburon, and that was a present for graduating high school. And then once I got done with college, so I used that Tiburon all through college. Then when I got back, I was driving home from work on that, that twisty, turny road. I'm sure you've seen the old vlogs, Visions, where I lived with my mom and my dad for a while in their mansion. Well, to get to their mansion was a twisty, turny road, and it snowed. So I had to drive like 5 miles an hour on that twisty, turny road. I lost control and ended up in the ditch, and I totaled my Tiburon. That was the end of that. So then the third car, the car that I've had the longest, was the Fearsmobile, my Chevrolet Sonic 2012 turbocharged. And I love the Fearsmobile. So I told my mom, I said, I will drive the Fearsmobile until there's nothing left of the Fearsmobile. So maybe one day, maybe there's a 4th car in Fears' life. But if I don't have to buy another car, because there's nothing wrong with my car. I mean, the AC's kind of crapped out every once in a while, but then I've gotten that fixed. But besides that, it's a good car to drive. And plus, me and the Fearsmobile have been on many adventures, many road trips, many trips to conventions, So I love that car. So yeah. We need a sweet and low count next time. That's true, Triple. Again, that's another penny saved, penny earned. I'm always thinking ahead. And I know sometimes the trolls troll me for that, Triple, but honestly, wouldn't you guys do that? I'm like, all right, I'm almost out of sugar packets. Well, instead of buying sugar packets at Walmart, I'll just grab 10 or 20, and that'll last me for about a month, So I buy sugar packets at the store when I have to, but if I don't have to, I'm going to be like, all right, there's nobody looking. Schlunk! And just grab 20 of them, you know what I'm saying? You don't even want to see Fears at a hotel. I'll give you an example, Visions. Whenever I was dating that Casey chick, we were celebrating our 6-month anniversary, and I took her to a big extravagant hotel, and we rode a bunch of rides, and we had dinner, and we were at one of the Universal hotels. And that vlog's up there, so you may want to go back and watch that vlog. Well, every hotel has those little soaps and those little shampoos. So some lady was cleaning one day, and I walked out, and I was like, I wonder if she'll give me some of these. And so I said, oh, excuse me. And I said, do you mind if I just grab a handful of soaps and shampoos? That lasted Fears a month and a half. She goes, oh yeah, how many you need? And I said, do you mind if I just grab a handful? She goes, yeah, go for it. She went into a room, and I went, nunk! I just grabbed 6 or 7 soaps and 6 or 7 shampoos. Problem solved. Didn't have to buy soap for a while. Didn't have to buy shampoo for a while. Now, did Fears really need that? Not really. But I love getting free stuff. So, where there's a penny saved, there's a penny earned. And I love negotiating at cons. It's one of my favorite things. And the only reason why I haven't shown you guys, it's very tedious. I'm like, why would the fans want to see that? It's me just going, all right, you're at 30. I'm not at 30. I'm at 20. And then the vendors will be like, oh, come on, Fears. I'm like, all right. I'll come up a little bit. And they're like, well, how much? I'm like, 23. And they're like, I'm like, yeah, I think so. And I'm like, you could come down a little bit too. I'm like, 30's way too high for that collectible. Come on, buddy. Come on. Come on. Come on. And so then they'll drop a little bit. I drop a little bit. You know, so yeah. Did we already discuss the video diary series of you attempting to trade free sweet and low packets until you are able to trade in something expensive like a movie prop? But you know what? I don't think they would go for that, though. They wouldn't go for that, you know. They wouldn't go for that. But listen, now that would be, I'm telling you, Visions, that would be the sale of a century. Like, listen, you don't need money. You don't need money. And then they're like, what do you mean, Fears? Like, I need money. I need money for this prop. No. I've got something better. How about all these sweet and lows for that Ghostbuster prop? They would never go for that. But I'm telling you, Triple Visions, if they ever went for that, oh, I would definitely get that on camera. So yeah. I mean, I've put up a tiny bit. You know what? It's funny. The one time I put up the negotiation tactics, that old Chinese lady, she wasn't having it. I give you a good deal. I'm like, it's not a good deal. I'm like, you're charging an arm and a leg, right? An arm and a leg for a VHS, which does not exist anymore. Nobody uses VHS anymore. I collect them. They're more like collector's items now. And she goes, well, how much do you think a VHS tape should be? I'm like, 25 cents, 50 cents. I'm like, that's a fair price. I'm like, because nobody uses it anymore. She's like, no, I give you a good deal. He's like, three for $5. I'm like, that's not a good deal. That's not a good deal, not even remotely. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. But maybe one of these days, I'll put up some negotiation tactics. So, yeah. I think it's because you're always bragging about your negotiation skills, and people want to see the master in action. This is true. So, again, I'll try to put up some footage of that, buddy. I really will. You know, like the paperclip trade stories, like trade a paperclip for a notepad for a box of pens for a Ferrari. Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. I'm with you, Visions. How great would that be? Hey, buddy, get over here. And he's like, oh, hey, what's up, Fears? Like, good to see you at a con. Hey, I'm checking out that Ghostbuster prop. Oh, yeah, Fears, that's $50. No. I've got something better. Money is no object, man. He's like, well, Fears, like, you know, I spent a lot of money, you know, on eBay or Etsy to get that movie prop. But that's fine. That's great. But listen, I've got something even better than money. And then he's like, well, what? What's better than money? Dude, a handful of sweet and lows. How could you deny it? You know? And he's like, yeah, Fears, you're mentally ill. He goes, I'm not taking, like, fucking sweet and lows for money. Oh, you're going to, buddy. No, I'm not, Fears. No. Not even remotely. Yeah, are you sure about that? So, I'm telling you, Triple Visions, if I could get someone to trade sweet and lows for a Ghostbuster prop, like an actual Ghostbuster, hell, you know what? It doesn't even have to be a real Ghostbuster prop. Even if it was a replica Visions, I would settle for that, because I've got a replica Ghost Trap over there. You saw me. I put the Ghost Trap in a lot of stuff. I put the Ghost Trap. It was in the Christmas vlog last year, because I had the Ghost Trap at the bottom of my my Halloween tree, because I'm like, well, Ghostbuster, that's kind of Halloween-y. And then I put the Slimer in my Ghost. Probably Slimer will make another appearance in my tree this year, and I'll put all the Stay Puffs in there again, because that made the tree even that cooler. So it was in that. I put it in. I filmed a TikTok video of my Ghost Trap whenever I got it. I took a couple of pictures and put that Ghost Trap on my Instagram. So that's been all over the place. But yeah, dude, how great would that be? Oh my Lord, that would be. Even if, you know what, I'll even go a step further, Visions. Even if it wasn't me, like, let's say it wasn't me, let's say it was somebody else that did that, I would be like, that is a good trade. That's some good negotiation. I'd be like, dude, that blew me out of the water. And he's like, well, what do you mean, Fears? I'm like, what do you mean, what do I mean? I'm like, you just traded sweet and lows for a Ghostbuster prop. I'm like, Fears didn't even pull that off. So even if I would pull it off or somebody else would pull it off, Vision, I'd be like, dude, hell yeah, man. Like, that would be amazing. Yo, Larry, what's up? Larry says, good evening. The idea is to consistently be trading up. Like, trade 2, sweet and lows for a button or a pin, then trade the button pin for a keychain. Oh, so you keep going. So you keep going. So you don't keep. Okay, I got it, Vision. So you would start with a sweet and low and then trade it for a pin. Then you would trade the pin for something better until you get the ultimate trade. Okay. I thought you kept the stuff. Okay, that makes more sense. So until you reach the pinnacle, that makes a lot of sense. Well, trust me, the pinnacle trade of all time, sweet and lows for a Ghostbuster prop. It would probably never happen in a million years, Visions. But I like your thinking, though. I'd be like, oh, fuck yeah. Because you guys know how much I love Ghostbusters. That would be the trade of the century. But Triple, yes, I will try to get a sweet and low count next time. But I like where you and Triple, I like where you and Visions are going with it. Exactamundo. There you go, buddy. That makes a lot more sense. I thought you meant Visions, you just keep whatever you trade. So yeah. But that makes a lot of sense. But yeah, going from a paper clip to like a sticker to a button to like a pen, and then a pen to like a fucking Ferrari or some shit, you know? Like, I know Fears is over dramatizing it, but oh god. And you know what? I would totally film the whole thing, Visions. I'd be like, all right, well, me and this one guy, we're going to do some trading. I'm like, all right, let's start low. Let's start with a sweet and low. Let's start with, oh, you got a pen and a sweet and low? Great. All right, now Fierce has got a pen. Go to Lacan, you know, and then go, all right, a pen for a sticker for a button. And then all of a sudden, at the end of the fucking, like, vlog, hey, guess what? Good news, sport. Fierce has got a Ghostbuster drop. Try-buy! I'm done trading. Later. See ya. Peace, deuce. I'm out. You know what I'm saying? That would be awesome, Visions. I like your way of thinking, buddy. That would be sweet. I'm telling you, that would be the trade of the century. Oh, my Lord. How great would that be? I need to use the restroom. I'll be right back. But just study this wonderful product, and you can get this wonderful product at exhumvisions.com. www.exhumvisions.com. Fears will be back. I need to use the restroom. So I'll be right back. So just go ahead and study this. This guy. Visions, I've always wanted to know, who is this guy? Who's this guy in the brown, like, cloak? Is he from anything? He kind of reminds me of, like, that old, like, Tales from the Crypt guy, you know, like from the 80s. Or that old, or the Tales from the Crypt movie. They actually made a Tales from the Crypt movie before the television show, and I've been dying to watch it. It's an actual, maybe I'll watch the trailer when I come back. Someone was like, oh, Fears, we know you love Tales from the Crypt. Someone told me, and I was like, yeah, I love Tales from the Crypt. And I thought they were talking about the television show. I was like, I've seen Bordello of Blood, I've seen Demon Knight now, you know? And they're like, no, Fears, like, we're not even talking about that. And I said, well, what are you talking about? They said, oh, Fears, before all that 80s Tales from the Crypt shit, he goes, they made a Tales from the Crypt, like, 70s movie. And I was like, is it good? And he was like, and he goes, yeah, he goes, it's all right. He goes, it's definitely up your alley. Visions, do you know what I'm talking about? Let me know. I don't know. I just drew him. He's supposed to be a druid. It's a play on the album by the band Sleep. Oh, okay, that's what's up. He's got some total Tales from the Crypt vibes. That's a pretty good drawing, buddy. I like it. And he looks kind of sleepy, too. He's like he's intently like holding his coffee cup, you know? It's one of my favorite cups to drink out of. Whenever Fears is a tiny bit tired like I am today, I'll be like, all right, I'm grabbing my Exhumed Visions cup. Oh, yeah. Anyway. But yeah, supposedly there's a Tales from the Crypt like movie, like from the 70s. So I've got to watch this. So I'm definitely adding it to the list, buddy. Fears always carries his list now to conventions and whenever I'm out and about. Whenever I go to FYE, the last 2 times, buddy. I'm sorry, I've only been to FYE once since I've been back from my trip. Sorry about that. I wasn't lying, I just forgot. I've been to FYE once since I've been back, and I brought the list, and they're like, Fears, they're like, you've got some hard ones on your list. I said, well, that's why I want them. I said, I want to see these. And he said, yeah, but they're kind of like old school. And he goes, I'm sure you can find them on eBay or Etsy. And I was like, I will find them. Anyway, I'm going to go use the restroom. I'll be right back. Give me 1 second. But yeah, I definitely will add it to the list. But Visions, do you know which one I'm talking about? It's an old 70s Tales from the Crypt movie. And there's a guy like in a black cloak. And he basically like teaches people a lesson. Like, like if you fuck over someone in the 80s show, then they're like, oh, you fucked me over? Well, watch this. I'm going to go kill your grandmother. And then something horrible happens to the people by the end of the show. Well, they made a movie version about that. Do you know which one I'm talking about, Visions? Someone told me about this at work the other night. I think it was either last night or 2 or 3 days ago. Like, someone was like, oh, Fears, I've got a movie for you. And my friend Chris was like, Fears, you'll love this. And I was like, they made a 70s version of it? He goes, well, it's the first movie. It's the first incarnation of it. He goes, I guess they got inspired by that 70s movie and they made the 80s show that you love, Fears. I said, oh, I fucking love the 80s Tales from the Crypt. It's amazing. Anyway, I'll be right back. Study the cup. Get this amazing cup at exhumvisions.com. And I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. Sorry about that, guys. I had to use the restroom. All right. Okay. Let's see here. I'm back. All right, sorry about that. Anyway, yeah, so if you guys have ever heard of that, I've never watched the trailer. So let's watch the trailer real quick before we go on to the next topic. So yeah. Let's see if I can find it, Visions. I'll be honest, I don't know exactly when it was made in the 70s. So I'm just going to write in Tales from the Crypt 70s trailer and we'll see what pops up. So give me 1 second. Let's see if Fears can find it. I'm normally pretty good at finding stuff either on Google or on YouTube. Google is one of my favorite tools. Anytime somebody brings something up like in a show, like Visions, many times, hey, Fears, have you ever heard of this? And I'm like, no, I've never heard of that. I'll Google it or I'll YouTube it. Two amazing tools. So yeah. All right, here we go. So Tales from the Crypt. Well, right when I wrote, you know what, Visions? Right when I wrote Tales from the Crypt, it said 1972. That's what popped up on YouTube. So that's probably it, because it was made in the 70s. But let's see if there's a trailer to it. But I think this is it because my friend said there's a guy in it that has a black kind of cloak, kind of like your cup. So let's see if I can pull up the trailer. Okay, here we go. Tales from the Crypt, 1972 trailer. Okay, this is it. Okay, I'm very excited because man, oh man, I've never seen this. So if this is even remotely good, Fears is going to grab a pen, Visions, and add it to the list. But my friend was like, Fears, in your show tomorrow, watch it. And I said, I don't know. I said, I won't watch the whole thing, but I said, I'll watch the trailer. And he goes, yeah, watch the trailer. Because my friend at work, Visions, he watches my my vlogs and my streams. So let's watch this. It's 1 minute and 57 seconds. All right, let's watch this. Okay, good start. It starts in a graveyard.
Dead lives.
Nice! I mean, I'm already sold, Visions. It starts in a creepy graveyard with fog and mist everywhere. And then all of a sudden that guy just said, dead lives. And there's like an old grandpa zombie coming out of the earth, out of his grave. So already we're off to a good start. We're already off to a good start.
In Tales from the Crypt.
Oh, Lord.
Welcome to the crypt. You are invited on a guided tour of a world of darkness, where nightmares become reality.
Oh, my Lord.
Death lives.
You know what? For being a 70s movie, the effects in this is actually really good. I am sold on this. I've got to watch this. This looks good.
Death lives.
Wow.
The vault of horror is about to open. You will learn its terrifying secrets. If you dare.
You know what? This movie, I think they got inspired, Visions, by this movie, because this movie kind of reminds me of the 80s Tales from the Crypt. So I think they got inspired and took aspects of this 1970s movie, because this is the very first Tales from the Crypt incarnation, and they probably used aspects of this movie to make the show. Well, God bless them. I've never heard of this film until my friend brought it up, so I'm enjoying this trailer.
Death lives in Tales from the Crypt. Who's next? Perhaps you?
The guy in the cloak's like, who's next? Perhaps it's you. It's definitely not me. I like the creepy old like piano music, like, you know, to end off the trailer. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. I'm sold. I like it. I like it. But Visions, have you ever heard of this movie? Let me know. Let me know if you guys have ever heard of this movie, because I had never heard of it until my friend told me about it. And I just watched the trailer, and I gotta say, it looks very well. It looks very good. Looks pretty good. Pretty good. So I'm enjoying it. I'm definitely enjoying it. So yeah. Yo! Pixel Protocol. Well, that I knew, Pixel. That I knew. I knew that it was a comic book. So I guess, actually I should reiterate. That's the first incarnation of Tales from the Crypt. I knew it was a comic book, so I think what they did is, I think that they took aspects of the 70s film and aspects of the comics, mixed it together, and made the 80s one that I love and know and that you guys love and know. But yeah, I kind of forgot for a second, Pixel, that because they had Vault of Horrors, which was a totally different one. I mean, it was a scary comic book, but they had Vault of Horrors, Tales from the Crypt, and then I think they had a Creep Show comic book. That's how they made the Creep Show movie. So they had all three of those. Which, by the way, Pixel, I've got a few off my list, but I am adding this 70s version. I've been writing them. So the latest one I wrote was The Hunted. Vision's his dad's favorite movie, and one of Vision's favorite movies. So let me grab a pen, because I have got to add Tales from the Crypt 1972 to this, because I just watched the trailer, and God bless my friend Chris for telling me about it last night at work. He was like, Fears, I'm telling you, he goes, you love all that hilarious horror movie stuff. He goes, whenever I was a kid, I was like 16, 17, because Chris is a little bit older than me. Chris is like 49, 50, so he probably watched it in the 70s. And he's like, oh yeah, he's like, me and my brother like came home from like a party, and I was like, did you watch? He goes, yeah, it was on TV or whatever, we watched it, and I was like, oh, right on, buddy. So I'm gonna grab a pen and write this down. And now I know It'll be easy to find it online because it was made in 1972, and I know the title, so I'm gonna add it real quick. Give me one second. So big shout out to my friend Chris for bringing this up. Let's see. At first, so it predates the movie. That's true, Pixel. I right when you said it, I kind of remembered. I was like, oh yeah, Pixel's right. I'm like, Pixel and Visions, they know their horror movie stuff, you know. I'm pretty good. But anytime I get like a little detail wrong, all I have to do is just go to my buddy Pixel or my buddy Visions, and they're right on top of things. So yeah. But I do remember, I've actually read some of the comics, Visions. One of my favorite ones is where the guy is in love with the girl, right? He's totally obsessed with her. And then some other guy is obsessed, and he's a photographer, and the girl is a model. And it's so creepy, man. I mean, it is nuts. And then all of a sudden, this other guy works on staff, and he's like, well, if I just kill that guy and, like, bury him, no one will find out, and I'll be able to, like get with the girl, and I'll act like, oh, man, like, that guy's a jerk. Like, he was in a relationship with you, and like, what, he just walked away? And so what he does is, this evil guy owns like a cabin, like way out in the woods and shit, right? Pixel, you probably know which one I'm talking about. It's one of my favorites. So he goes off, kills the guy, right? Kills the guy, puts him in an unmarked grave behind this cabin in the woods. So then he does exactly what I just said. He goes, man, I can't believe that guy left you. He goes, you guys were in a relationship for 2.5 years, and what? That guy just up and walked away? She goes, yeah. She goes, I don't know what happened. Like, he just sent me like a John Deere letter saying, like, I don't love you anymore, which was completely untrue. That guy killed him. So I guess out of revenge and the guy that got killed, he just gets pissed off. And what does he do? He comes back from the grave, and he seeks his revenge on the guy that killed him. So he gets out, and then the guy that killed him, she wants nothing to do. She goes, well, I appreciate you saying, you know, let's go out to dinner and stuff, but I'm really not interested. I'm still not over, you know, the guy that I was dating. He goes, look, you're gonna be with me no matter what. And then she's like, no, I'm not. And he goes, yeah, you are. And so it becomes real violent, and he ends up taking her to the cabin. And he's like, either way, he's like, he goes, I'm gonna force you, you know, to be with me, and I think you know what happens next. And he like puts her like in this like leisure, you know, this lingerie shit. And it's the girl that played, I don't remember her name. It's the girl that played Lois Lane in the New Adventures of Superman. Lois and Clark, the New Adventures of Superman in the 90s. Dean Cain played Superman, and then I don't remember the girl that played Lois, but she was in MacGyver a lot. She did like 3 or 4 episodes in MacGyver, and then she did a lot of Lois and Clark in the 90s. But she's in that episode. And anyway, the guy comes back to life, and then the guy was like, what? I killed you! And he puts like 3 or 4 bullets, you know, in the dead rotting corpse. And he's just standing there like, yeah, shoot me 1,000,000 times, but I came back to life, so no matter what, you're not going to kill me. I'm already dead. So then, the only thing I don't like about that is there's a car down the road, right, Pixel? Why wouldn't the guy, like, all right, bullets aren't working, so the guy knows he's fucked. Why wouldn't you just get in the car and drive away, right? That would make sense, right? He runs behind the cabin, and he's running through the woods. What does he do? He accidentally trips. He falls in the unmarked grave, and then all of a sudden there's a shot of like the dead corpse like smiling. He jumps in the grave, and he starts burying both of them alive. And that's how he gets his revenge. And he basically like buries the guy alive and kills him. And then it goes back to the Crypt Keeper. That's probably my favorite Tales from the Crypt episode. That one's a good one. And then I love like the very first episode where the guy loses his job as like the executioner at a prison, and then he starts like electrocuting people. That one's really good. And then I like the Psycho Santa one. The Psycho Santa one I watch every Christmas. Every Christmas, Pixel, I love, because the guy that directed that was the same guy that directed Back to the Future, and he put his wife. I don't know if he's still married to that lady, but at the time he was married to the lady that's in the Tales from the Crypt episode. She's the one running away from the Psycho Santa, because he put his wife in Forrest Gump. Whenever Forrest goes to see Jenny at her apartment, Jenny's little son comes to the door, and his wife is the lady that brings little Forrest's son back to Jenny. And then she's all like, "Hey, this is my good friend from Alabama." And then the lady is like, "Oh, hey, how you doing?" She goes, "I gotta go. I'm double parked. I'll see you later." That's the director's wife. So I was like, that's pretty cool that he put his wife in like his little movies and shit. So yeah. All right, let me add this. So Tales from the Crypt, 1972. All right, that's added to the list because I've got to find that, because I just watched the trailer and it looked fucking phenomenal. So Pixel, I don't know if you've ever watched that, but oh man, that was good. That was really good. And like I said, for a 70s movie, man, those special effects were a rockin'. So yeah. Vision says, yes, I don't think I've ever watched it. The screenshots don't look familiar. Okay, so Visions did his homework. I would watch it, Visions. It looked good. I mean, I just watched the trailer and I was like, I'm sold. What's up, DVD Blu-ray guy? Someone posted in Discord a picture of a fan at a con dressed as Fears. Pretty cool. I saw that. Pixel sent to me. I think it's photoshopped. Because, listen, as much as I would love for that to happen, DVD Blu-ray guy, I'm not calling Pixel a liar. Pixel, probably somebody made that up. Fears Man is not that big enough for a fan to dress up like it. You know what I'm saying? Because there's only 4 episodes of Fears Man. And then, I mean, there's drawings that I've put on my Instagram, and there's drawings of Fears Man that I put on, my Facebook, and Randall and me have done, like, there's been little cameos of Fears Man, like in Cameo Man and Cody. Every once in a while, Fears Man will make an appearance in a Cameo Man cartoon. But I don't think he's that big enough for someone to dress up as, So, I think someone is pulling Fears' tail, DVD Blu-ray guy, and I think someone just photoshopped that. I could be totally wrong, but if somebody actually dressed up as Fears Man, then I'll be like, oh, fuck yeah, that's awesome. So yeah. Triple says, Fears, I love that your favorite holiday is Halloween, but we hardly get to see Fears costumes. We got to up the ante this year. I would dress up like Fears Man every day. Well, there you go. I'm glad that you would, Triple. You're right. You're right, Triple. Fears did not wear a costume last year. Maybe whenever I do a Halloween stream, maybe when I do a Halloween stream this year, I'll wear a costume. The reason why I haven't worn a costume the last couple of years is I haven't had anyone to go to a Halloween party with. Triple, if I had a girlfriend, I would totally get in a costume, and me and my girlfriend would go to a Halloween party, and I would film it. That's another reason why I'm trying to find, because I'm not getting any younger. And I'm like, man, I'm missing out on so much fun stuff. If I had a partner, the vlogs would be better. My life would be better. I wouldn't be as lonely, So, yeah. Someone posted him the other year, and he had a video dressed as you, but the outfit wasn't as good. Now they redid the whole suit. I mean, if it's an actual legit fan that actually dressed up, then I'm honored, Pixel. That's pretty cool if someone actually did it, I mean, I'm not saying it's impossible. I mean, people have made paintings of Fears Man, and I have it on the wall. I've got a painting there, and I've got a painting over there near my fake YouTube play button, because I'll probably never get a real play button ever. So I'm not saying it's impossible, but I find it very odd that someone would actually dress up as Fears Man, because he's not that popular. Vision says, I don't know. You dressed up as Sega. That I did. That's probably one of my best cosplays ever. But you know the funny thing about that is I'm not making fun of Sega. I had to show everybody Sega's YouTube channel back in the day, Visions, whenever I went to that con. Because everyone was like, who the fuck is the Sega Camp Gamer? And they were like, we don't get it. He's in a bathrobe and a shirt and a tie, and you've got like the headphones on. And I was like, what do you mean who I am? I'm the fucking Sega Camp Gamer, you know? And Sega loved it. Sega loved my cosplay. But I'll tell you what, Pixel has been back in the day, Visions. I hunted and hunted and hunted and hunted for a green bathrobe, and I could not find one that looked like Sega's. And I remember Sega was like, well, Fears, it's okay. He goes, I like the costume. He goes, but you didn't get my bathrobe right. I said, Sega, I understand. I said, Sega, I hunted and hunted for a green. I said, I couldn't find a green bathrobe. I said, I went to Sam's Club. I went to Walmart. I went to Costco. And he's like, well, you could have ordered one. I was like, true, I could have ordered one, but I said I was trying to find it in a store. I went to Goodwill, and all I could find was that blue robe. But I was like, well, I said, and I remember talking to Sega. I said, Sega, there's two reasons why I got the blue robe. I said, one, I couldn't find the green one. Two, I said, the blue matches the blue shirt that you always wear with the tie and all that. So I said, I got it as best I could. But despite the green robe, Sega loved it. Sega loved it. So yeah. Looked legit to me. If it's full on legit, then I'm honored. And that's pretty awesome that someone would dress up like that. I didn't think anyone would, because Fears Man isn't that popular, you know? I mean, he's popular in my head, but I didn't think he was that popular to the fans, you know? So if that's actually legit, then that's pretty awesome. I think you should go as Randall for Halloween. That would be cool. That would be cool. Because I've got some prop glasses, triple, that look like Randall's spectacles, so I could do that. So yeah, Randall would be an easy costume. I would just comb my hair, put the glasses on, and then Randall wears a lot of like marooned or red t-shirts with jeans. So I would wear his maroon t-shirt with the jeans, with the glasses. So that would be an easy costume. So, of course, I would probably get Randall's permission to do it, you know, because Randall is a Jehovah's Witness. I was like, Randall, I said, do you mind if I dress up as you as Halloween? That's actually a great idea. So, if Randall will let me, Triple, I'm thinking I may do that as my Halloween costume. But if he doesn't, I'll try to come up with something else. If worse comes to worse, I'll just go to Spirit Halloween and just buy a hilarious costume and just wear it on stream, you know? So, yeah. Maybe it's someone in the community and we just don't know what they really look like. That's true. It could be that. Caleb used to save you as his tablet background years ago before you were famous. Again, I don't think I'm not famous, Pixel. If I'm being honest, I don't think. I mean, it's great that you guys love me a lot, and I love my loving and adoring fans, but I don't feel famous. When I would get to like Casey Neistat status or like Roman Atwood status, then I could be like, yeah, I'm pretty famous. I don't think I'm that famous, if I'm being honest. I try to stay humble. I'm like, I don't have that. Oh, Lord, that would never happen, Visions. That would never happen in a million years for these two reasons. One, I hate the motherfucker. Two, if I did do it, I would never hear the fucking end of it. He'd be like, oh, you're trolling me, Fear. You know. So, and a whole world of shit would start. But I would never even give him the pleasure of dressing up as him for Halloween. Because I hate the guy. He's the most absolutely annoying as fuck on YouTube. I hate the motherfucker. With a passion. But I will give him this. He hasn't been bothering me for quite a while. So, it's a blessing in disguise that I haven't heard from him. Still want to see a picture of the Sega costume. It's on my Instagram, and I think it's on my Facebook. If you go back, Triple, and look through my Instagram, I know for a fact that I put on a picture on my Instagram. It's somewhere. You'll have to go back a ways, because I did that costume. Oh, Lord. I did that costume in... Oh, there you go. Visions put up the vlog of it. So when was that vlog? When did I do that vlog? That vlog was in 2018. So it was quite a while ago. Yeah, I forgot about that. Nice Visions. Way to get those time stamps and going. Yeah, so watch Triple, watch that video. Watch that video. Man, I may watch that one too. It's been a while. It has been a while, Vision, since I watched that one. 2018. That was 1 year before I moved down here. Man, it feels like a century ago. Oh, Lord. Yeah, so watch that. Triple says, clutch. Exhumed Visions, thank you. Yes, thank him. LOL, I remember that Pixel. Fears was, I'll be honest, the reason why I was a little weirded out about that, I mean, Caleb's cool now, but when I first started doing videos and streams, I was like, why on earth would anyone save me on their tablet and use me as their background? I was like, I'm not that famous. I was like, now if I was Dan Aykroyd or if I was Tom Cruise, then I could see it. Then I could see it. But I was like, I'm just a guy from Missouri, trying to make it on YouTube, and TikTok wasn't even a thing back then, they had a crappy version called Vine. Vine was all right, but Vine you had to be very, very creative. Like Vine, you could only make 6-second videos. It was either 6 seconds or 5 seconds, and it was a big hit for a while. And then Vine went away, and then Casey Neistat, he made Pixel, what was Casey Neistat's app? Beam. Beam was almost the exact same thing as Vine. Beam, I think you got to make 10 to 15 second videos, but I guess like that business failed because Beam was up only for maybe a year or two, and then I remember I saved my very last Beam movie, and I literally grabbed the phone, I was like, hey guys, Beam is going off the internet in a couple of weeks. This is my very last Beam video. And I would make the Beam videos when I was a security guard at Verizon, at the Verizon call center, way back in the day, And I remember it went off, and I didn't save all of them, but I saved some, and I put my last Beam video, I think, on my Instagram. So it'll be there forever. But, yeah. And then shortly after Beam, then TikTok was the new rage. And TikTok's my favorite version out of all those, if I'm being honest. So, yeah. Triple says, this is hilarious. Well, I'm glad you're enjoying it. Well, it was I'm not making fun of Sega. It was a tribute. It was a tribute to Sega, Triple. So, yeah. So, it was a tribute to Sega. And I was just getting into cosplay. And it's one of my favorite. I don't cosplay a lot, but when I do cosplay, I go for it. Probably my best cosplays ever. Even though I'm short, I love Sheldon. I've dressed up as Sheldon. I've dressed up as Leonard. I've dressed up as Sega. I've dressed up as Werecamp because I bought a werewolf mask and I wore it around, so I dressed up as the Werecamp. I've dressed up as, what else have I done? I mean, those are the highlights. I know there was one other character I dressed up. I did Sheldon a couple of times at conventions. Oh wait, I dressed up as a zombie once. Just my own creation of a zombie. So yeah. No, I get why you were weirded out. That's definitely some weird. I mean, but I don't consider it weird now, DVD Blu-ray guy, because I know Caleb's a fan. But when I first started doing way back in the day, I was like, why would they put a screensaver as me? I'm like, I'm nobody. I'm nobody on YouTube. I'm like, and back then I even had less fans. Like when he started saving my picture as his background DVD Blu-ray guy, I think I only had a couple hundred, if that, So it took me a long time to hit 1,000 on each of my channels. But yeah, sometimes it takes people real quick. It took me a long time to get Almost 3,000 on the main channel now. And then, what am I at on the vlog channel? I haven't told you guys the count in a while. So, I'm halfway to 3,000 on the main channel. The main channel, I've got 2,495. And then on Fierce Vlogs, I got a ways to go to hit before I hit 2,000. I'm at 1,370. So, we're making progress. We're getting there. And then on TikTok, I've got, well, let's see here. Let me look here. On TikTok, I have, last time I looked, I have, give me 1 second, 8,287. So I'm actually doing quite well on the old TikTokage. I just posted 4 new videos. I put John Carpenter's The Thing, the prequel, on there. I put a video of me at Super RetroCon 2023, and then I did a response video, and then I did another response video. So those are like the four to five new videos that I've put up. So we're getting there. But yeah, I was a little. Now me and Caleb are like two peas in a pod. You know what I'm saying? DVD Blu-ray guy. He's a good guy. He's a good friend of mine. He's definitely been an amazing fan. He makes all of my channel art, and I even offered to pay Caleb to do it, and he was like, "Oh no, Fears, I'm a big fan. I'll do it for free." And I was like, "Okay, I appreciate that, buddy." I'm like, "You don't have to make it." I'm like, "I could make my own," but I'm like, "That's nice that you do that." So all of the channel art, you can thank Caleb. So yeah. Speaking of Tom Cruise, I read last night that Christian Bale modeled a big part of his Patrick Bateman character after him because he saw a Letterman interview where he had dead eyes. Wow, really? So he took aspects of Tom Cruise to make his part of Patrick Bateman. I did not know that, Visions. That's pretty cool. That's a pretty cool bit of trivia. Oma, hopefully that's how you say your name, Oma. I don't know if you're a he or a she, but they say hi. Welcome. Nice to meet you. Good to see you. I liked your, I don't know, is that Skeletor? It looks like Skeletor, profile picture. It kind of looks like Skeletor. I don't know exactly what that is. It's so small. Let's see here. Let's see here. Let's see if I can go to your channel and let's see here. Oh no, it's not. It's not Skeletor. It's it looks like a blue ninja. A blue ninja. Nice. Well, there it is. I didn't know exactly what it was. For a minute, it looked like Skeletor, but I was like, you know what? I will go to the guy's channel and check it out. Well, welcome. And it seems like you're live too. You're playing Hogwarts Legacy, Oma. So you're watching Fears, and you're playing Hogwarts Legacy. Well, there it is. Killing two birds with one stone. There we go. Anyway, let's get back to the topics, guys, because Fears has been answering questions for a while. Anyway, so top 10 Halloween movies. Here we go. Well, and you guys can chime in if you want. If you guys have a favorite Halloween movie, let me know. Well, first off, number one has to be the 1978 Halloween with Michael Myers. That's number one. Number two, Halloween 3 by far. Halloween 3. Number 3, Halloween 2. Those three for sure. Number 4, A Nightmare Before Christmas. I know it's kind of a Christmas movie, but it has a lot of Halloween in it, so I think it counts. I'm going to say it counts. So The Nightmare Before Christmas is number 4. Number 5, when I was a kid, I used to watch this movie called Halloween Town. I don't know if you guys have ever heard of that. I don't know when it came out. I think I was like 13, 14, and I watched this movie called Halloween Town. So that's definitely number 4. Let me go to Google and see when it was actually made. I remember watching it, though. I remember watching Halloween Town, so I'm going to add it in. Halloween Town. And it had Christopher Lloyd in it, I believe. But it was, and I know they made a sequel. I've never seen The sequel is called Halloween 2, The Revenge. But I never watched the sequel. I watched the first one, though, when I was a kid. And it came out a long time ago, so I'm going to add that. So let me go to Google and write in Halloween movies. Halloween-themed movies. See what comes up here. Oh, definitely Hocus Pocus. That's number 5. That has to definitely be number 5. I know it has to do with witches and stuff, but whenever I was a kid, I loved Hocus Pocus. Now, I'll be honest, I have not seen the sequel, guys. I have not seen the sequel at all. But I've heard good things about it. I've heard bad things about it. But one of these days, I'll have to watch Hocus Pocus Part Deuce. But I've definitely seen the first one, so that's number 5 for sure. For sure. All right, let's see what else. Number 6 probably would be probably Beetlejuice. Probably Beetlejuice. I mean, it's got that Halloween vibe to it. And again, me and Visions was talking about this. Visions, you know how much Beetlejuice fan I am. People are actually vlogging. They're making Beetlejuice Part 2. And I've seen random vlogs from other vloggers. I didn't subscribe to the channel, but one guy took him and his wife up to the little tiny town in Connecticut, and they changed the name. The name of the town, they actually film it in Connecticut. But the town name in the movie is Winter River, Connecticut. That's not the name. That's a made-up name of the town in Beetlejuice. I don't know what the actual name of the town is that they use in Connecticut, but it's a very small, rinky-dink little town, probably the size of Wentzville, Missouri. I'm not even kidding. It's got like a grocery store, and it's got a cemetery, and it's got a post office, and I mean, it's a very small, probably, you know what, it's probably smaller than Wentzville, because Wentzville, whenever me and my family moved out there, Wentzville started small. Now it's kind of booming. It's not super booming, but it's booming. But whatever town that is, you know what? I'll Google it. What is the name of the town that they used in Beetlejuice? Okay, so let's see what it actually is. Let's see here. Let me do some research. The name of the fictional town is Winter River, Connecticut. All outdoor scenes were filmed in East. Oh God, I don't even know. Oh, you know what? It is not. I thought it was filmed in Connecticut. It's not. It's filmed in Vermont. Oh, wow. So it's a little tiny town called East Corinth. Hopefully, I think that's how you pronounce it. Corinth. A little village in Vermont. Oh, wow. And then the interiors of the film were filmed in Culver Studios in Culver City, California. Okay. I thought, so Vermont, so they actually filmed it in Vermont. I thought it was actually filmed in Connecticut because it's got that Connecticut vibe to it. But okay, so I apologize. It's not. It is not filmed in Vermont. It is filmed in, I'm sorry, it's not filmed in Connecticut. It's filmed in Vermont. But the name of the actual town in Vermont, it's called East Corinth, Corinth. Hopefully that's how you pronounce it. If I mispronounced it, then I apologize. But yeah, so I'm very excited. So that would definitely be number 5, Beetlejuice. It's got that Halloween. Oh, wait, that's number 6, because number 5 was Hocus Pocus. All right, so let's see here. If you guys have got any suggestions, let me know. Vision says, hell yeah, top 10 list. And then Vision says, yeah, it was inspired by Tom Cruise and Nicolas Cage's character in Vampire's Kiss. Oh, okay, there you go. So it's a mixture. So it's a mixture of that performance in Vampire's Kiss, Visions, and then Tom Cruise himself. That's kind of a hell of a combination, but there you are. There you are. All right. So Beetlejuice would definitely be the next one. But yeah, listen, if Fears could go to Vermont and check out those movie locations, oh my God. But apparently they rebuilt the house. They rebuilt the Beetlejuice house. And then the rest of the stuff is still there. Mrs. Shannon's school for girls, that's still there. I think I think what the building actually is a church. But they turned it into a school for girls. Then the hardware store is still there. And then they had to rebuild that red bridge that Adam and Barbara fall to their death. Remember, they crash through the bridge and then fall into the river, and then they die. So the river's still there, and they just built a new red kind of barn type of thing over it's the covered bridge. So I was like, that's pretty cool. And I've saw a bunch of fans. I don't know if they're done filming Beetlejuice 2, but I don't think so, because in this guy's vlog visions, they've got Halloween shit everywhere, you know? And now Barbara and Adam's, now that they're dead, they're Maitland's hardware, in the second one, it's been turned into, I shit you not, when I saw this, I was like, oh shit, this is amazing. You know how much Fears loves coffee. I drink coffee in almost all of my podcasts. Because Barbara and Adam are dead, they've turned Maitland Hardware into a coffee shop. And I was like, that's fucking amazing. So, it's got all Halloween memorabilia like in the front. So I guess in Beetlejuice 2, it takes place around Halloween time. That would only make sense because, you know, Beetlejuice, like I said, is quite Halloween-y. And I cannot wait to see Michael Keaton back in the white and black suit. And the funny thing is his iconic suit, the black and white one, you only see it a tiny bit at the end of the film. But it's so iconic. Anytime you buy an action figure of Beetlejuice, they have him in that suit. And that suit is actually only on camera for like maybe 3 minutes, maybe 4 minutes. If that. You know, so... But it definitely made a dent. I was telling everybody yesterday, my favorite scene, Visions, you know I have to tell people, it's fucking hysterical. He's sitting there, and on the right of him is this hunter that has died, and he's got like a small head, and then there's this voodoo witch doctor sitting to the left of him, and of course Beetlejuice has no patience, so he's got this like little, like, you know, like they're in the waiting room, and they're waiting for like someone to talk to, you know, because they're dead, and... That's the afterlife in Tim Burton's mind. So there's this little like scanner thing on the top, and it tells you when it's your turn. And he pulls out this long thing, and he's like 1,785,000 like on the list. So he's got a while to wait. And he looks up, and then it just turns from 2 to 3. And he's all like, oh God. And he like looks over like that at the voodoo witch doctor, and the voodoo witch doctor is next. He's got like number 4. So he like kind of crosses his legs. And he's like, hey, he's like, did you do that? It's very nice work. Very nice work. And he goes, let me ask you something. He goes, how do you get the head to be that small? He goes, hey, there goes Otis. Yo, King. And he grabs the fucking guy's like little ticket. And then he literally like launches like the long ass piece of paper at the guy. Like the voodoo witch doctor wouldn't fucking notice. You know what I'm saying? And then he just pulls it off like number the ticket number 4 was his the whole time. He's like, well, he's like, look, you know, looks like I'm next. He's like, good thing too. He goes, I got a photo shoot to do in about an hour and a half. He's like, yeah, he goes, they've been after me for months, some type of underwear deal and shit. And then the voodoo witch doctor is like, oh, I'm not gonna let that guy get away with it. And he pulls out like this magic dust like out of this bag, and he like shrinks Beetlejuice's head down to like that little. That's my favorite scene. That scene is fucking amazing. But it's the delivery though. Yo, King! Like, all that shit. Every time I watch that scene, I'm fucking losing it. It's hysterical. I love that. I love that movie. So, yeah. So, I'm looking forward to Beetlejuice Part 2. Alright, let's get back to the Halloween top 10. So, I would say Beetlejuice is definitely number 6. Number 7. Let's see here. I'm coming up here a little short. Let's see. Halloween-themed movies. Let's see what pops up. Let's see. Let's see here. I would say The Exorcist. The Exorcist is kind of like Halloween-y. Got that Halloween-y vibe to it. So I would say, that movie is terrifying, though. Oh my lord! I remember when my dad was still alive. My dad was like, "John, you watch a lot of these horror movies and stuff." And I remember my dad's like, "You want to see a really scary film?" And I was like, "Yeah, Dad." And he's like, "Let's go to Blockbuster." We rented that, and me, my dad, and my brother watched that for the first time. I've only watched it twice because that movie is fucking goddamn terrifying. Terrifying. The worst thing, he's like, body of Christ, body of Christ. She rotates her head, and then all that green liquid. Oh, God, it's horrendous. Horrendous. It's pretty nuts. It's pretty nuts. But it's so good, though. Fears only needs to watch it, 1 or 2 times. I got the message. Oh, I got the message. So that would probably be definitely number 7. Number 7. All right, let's continue on. Let's see here. What else? Let's see. I'm trying to look some Halloween movies up because I'm drawing a blank here. Probably the 1930s Frankenstein. That's a good that's a good movie to watch on Halloween. I used to watch this one all the time. Charlie Brown's It's the Great Pumpkin, Charlie Brown. It's pretty much like, how like Charlie Brown has like the Christmas one. I watch Charlie Brown's Christmas every single year. Ever since I was 5, I watched it last year. I love Charlie Brown's Christmas, but I used to watch the Halloween one too. So that's probably number 9. That's number 9. Gotta add in some Charlie Brown Halloween. That's a classic. Let's see here. And then number 10, I'll be honest, I do like Tyler Perry's Boo Medea's Halloween 1 and 2, but I don't know if it makes the top 10 list. Let's see here. Let's see. Probably the very first Addams Family movie. That's a great top 10. I mean, I watched that around Halloween too. That's a good movie. There's so many Halloween themed movies. I was like, I know a top 10 list of the Halloween ones. I'm like, it's going to be a challenge. But Fears is up for the challenge, so those are 10 of my favorite Halloween, or the first, Casper movie, Casper the Friendly Ghost. That's a good movie to watch around Halloween, or the original black and white Night of the Living Dead. That's a good one. That's a good one too. So there's many, but those are like 10 to 15. 10 to 15 like good ones. Vision said, I would suggest Trick or Treat and Terrifier 2. Listen, Visions, I don't know if Fears is prepared for that Terrifier stuff. You and Pixel, oh my God. Pixel and Visions told me, he goes, Fears, I know you get a little squeamish sometimes. If it's just a little bit of death and a little bit of blood, I'm okay. But when there's like buckets and buckets and buckets and buckets and buckets of blood, Fears gets a little squeamish. Like, I could barely get through. I got through Hostel 1. I could barely get through Hostel 2. I turned Hostel 2 off. I was like, this is just too nuts. It's too much. It's too much. And I've never seen Hostel 3, nor do I care to. So I'm telling you, Visions, if I could barely get through Hostel 1 and 2, you said Terrifier 1 and 2 is just filled to the brim. And he's like sadistic and he kills people in crazy fucking ways. And I think you and Pixel made me watch one of the trailers, and I could barely get through the trailer. Hell, I loved the Toxic Avenger and that scene where they kill the 12-year-old kid and like run his head over and his head explodes to a little pulp. I was like, damn, that's way too much. That's the only scene I don't like in that movie. That they went way too far. I'm like, 1, they kill an innocent kid. 2, then they're celebrating. They're like, yeah, we killed a kid. Right on. Rock on. And then the girl, the hot, sexy girl, gets out of the car. I'm like, this is so fucked up. She's taking pictures of it. But I remember Randall called me when I was reviewing that. And he goes, well, Fears, that film company, they did that for a reason. I said, why would they do that? I said, whoever made up that scene is not right in the fucking head. And he goes, Fears, they wanted that fucking crazy, like, shock factor. I was like, they definitely got it from Fears. I'm like, that scene is so fucked up. Now, the rest of Toxic Avenger is amazing. Just, I don't agree with that one scene. So if I ever watch it again, Visions, I'm probably just going to skim through the part where they killed the innocent kid, and like they're like celebrating it. I was like, this is so fucked up. Yeah, we killed a kid. Right on. And I was just like, why are you celebrating this? This is so fucked up. But the rest of Toxic Avenger is amazing, so I do suggest it. So yeah, I would say that's my top 10. My top 10. I know I labeled like 10 to 15, but those are like 15 of my favorite Halloween type of theme movies. But I tried to get it down to 10. I knew it was going to be a hard one because I was like, God, there's so many great movies to watch around Halloween. But one of my favorites is when I was a kid, I used to watch the Great Pumpkin, the Charlie Brown Halloween, and I still watch it to this day. So yeah. Trick or Treat, not. Yeah, I got you, buddy. Yeah, I've seen that. I've seen. You know, I don't even think I've seen the trailer. Let me watch the trailer real quick. But I know what it is. He wears like an orange costume with a white like head, and he has like a half-bitten candy. I need to watch it. I know what you're on about, Visions. I don't think I've ever seen the whole movie, but I've heard of it. I need to sit and watch it one. All right, here, let me pull up the trailer. Trick or Treat. Let's see, trailer. Trailer. Let's see here. Let's see here. I guess it was made in 2007. Hopefully that's the right one. Oh, wow. They made two versions of it, Visions. They made a Trick or Treat in 1986, and then they made a... So which one? Which one do you want me to watch, Visions? Is it the one... It's the old one with Ozzy Osbourne and Gene Simmons. That one I was talking about. Okay, so you probably want me to watch the one... The 1986 one. Oh, okay. Well, I found both. I found Trick or Treat 1986, and then I found Trick or Treat 2007. All right, so let's watch the old one. All right, here we go. Wow, I didn't know Ozzy Osbourne was in this. Okay, let's watch it. Let's have a little look-see.
Wake up, sleepyhead. It's party time!
I'm already fucking losing it. Wake up, sleepyhead! All right, it's time to party. All right.
Rock and roll will never die. At least not this Halloween.
Oh, Lord.
You've heard of raising spirits from the dead by incantations, right?
Yes.
I did that by playing the record backwards.
You're kidding.
Sammy Kerr. He's a rock and roll nightmare.
Oh, Lord.
I am a big fan of yours. I've got all your records. Shut!
So it's a demon. I guess from what I'm watching, Visions, it's a demon rock and roller, and then this young, like nerdy, like 18-year-old kid, like just kind of scratched an old record player behind, and it does like a sadistic, like message, like because he reversed the record. Okay, well, I'm intrigued so far. And it's pretty cool that Ozzy Osbourne's in this.
They is you.
This message, it's meant for me.
How can you listen to this stuff? Shut it off! Shut it off!
Oh, wow.
What have you done to your stereo?
I wanted a new one. Sammy Kerr. His fans won't let him die. He won't let them live.
Oh, wow.
You should be loyal to your hero.
You should be loyal to your hero. This is like 80s to the max, Visions. The long, flowing, like, poofy hair and shit, and then he's got, like, this fucking leather jacket on, and then, like, one, like, his, like, little sidekick guy's got, like, a flowing mustache. I'm adding this to the list. I'm definitely adding this. What is this? Trick or Treat 1986. Okay, well, I'll add it after I get done watching the trailer, but this is a must. I have to add this to the list. Oh, wow.
Trick or treat. Looks like we better check out the Party Punch.
Looks like we have to try the Party fucking Punch. It's fucking over with. All right. 1986. What is this? Trick or Treat 1986. All right, here we go. I'm adding this to the list. This is a must. I have to invest in this movie because this looks fucking hilarious. Trick or Treat. All right. Well, at some point I will buy this and I'll give it a whirl. The trailer looks absolutely phenomenal. Visions, where do you find these hilarious gems? Hell, Pixel didn't even know about that one. Oh, my lord. Oh, my lord. Well, actually, I shouldn't put words into Pixel's mouth. Maybe he did know about it, but that's the first time I've seen that. And that looked ultra fucking hilarious. The guy's all like poofing up his like leather jacket and shit. And then he's got like laser beams like coming out of his hands. He's like, yeah, you should be loyal to your fans. Dun, dun, dun. Or whatever the fuck he says. Then like he grabs some kid and like buries his face into a fucking television monitor. And then his sidekick's got like a flowing like Paul Sr. like fucking Fu Manchu mustache and shit. Gene Simmons is in it. Ozzy Osbourne's in it. Definitely approved. Definitely approved. So yeah, I don't know where the hell you found that one, Visions, but as soon as I started watching, I'm like, this is straight up Visions' alley. I'm like, he loves Halloween, he loves horror movies, and he fucking loves music. So the minute I started watching, I'm like, oh, this is classic Visions material. So I will definitely give it a go, Visions. Oh yeah, for sure. Well, to end, Halloween is coming. That's the next topic I want to talk about. So Fears does it real big. I go real big with Halloween. So be sure there is definitely going to be a Halloween stream. If Fears, I'll try to get a girlfriend by Halloween. That's the goal. ASAP. If I do get a girlfriend, I'm going to do a Halloween vlog where we go to a Halloween party because they always have a big Halloween party in downtown Orlando. I'm sorry. Downtown Orlando. They always have one. Maybe I'll go by myself if I don't find a girlfriend by then. You know, that would be good just to get a costume. And it's huge. It's a huge-ass Halloween party down in Orlando. If I don't go there, maybe I'll go to Universal Studios and do all their Halloween horror night. Because I did that in 2019, and that was a lot of fun. That was definitely a lot of fun. And I went through, you guys probably saw that one, I went through and I filmed, they had a Ghostbuster fucking haunted house, and oh god. I couldn't get a lot of footage because you really weren't supposed to film in the haunted house, but I was like, alright, you only live life once. Shh. Fears has got to, you know, plus I had to film my favorite movie of all time. I'm like, oh shit, they made a Ghostbuster theme haunted house. It really wasn't that scary. It wasn't that scary. But I was like, it's pretty cool that they made a haunted house. Slimer was in there, Gozer, the fucking terror dog, you know, Stay Puft was in there, and I got a good 5 to 10 minutes in there, but then someone called me and was like, turn that off now, and I was like, I got you. So, at least I got the mission achieved a little bit, but yeah, but I may do that too. It's a well-known classic, but not as appreciated. The 2007 movie is completely different, just a similar title. Gotcha, Pixel. Now, that's the one I thought Visions was talking about, because I've seen bits and pieces of the 2007 one. It's a horror movie. Isn't it like some kid dresses up like in an orange suit and he's got a half-bitten, like, piece of candy and he wears, like, a big white, like, helmet or something. And I've had that little trick-or-treat candy, like, in a vlog. Somebody was selling it at a con, and I acted like I took a bite out of it or some shit. So yeah. Yeah, just trying to think of movies that actually have a large element of Halloween holiday in them. That definitely was Visions. But Visions, I'm telling you, Visions, as I started watching that, I was like, this is right up Visions' alley. So Visions, please tell me you have that 1986 Trick or Treat in your collection. If you don't, you should, because I'm watching it and I'm like, this is right up Visions' alley. Rock and roll, Halloween, horror movie. And I'm like, he has to have this in his collection. Plus, it was great. Oh, how about the Karate Kid? The shower costume was great. That's a good one too. I wouldn't classify it as a Halloween movie, but there's a great Halloween scene in it. I mean, all the Cobra Kai, are dressed up as the skeletons, and then he goes to Mr. Miyagi, and he's like, yeah, he goes, I don't even have a costume, and then he goes, well, if you had a costume, would you go? And he goes, yeah, he goes, if I could be invisible, and he went, oh, okay. And Mr. Miyagi, he's a wise guy, so you just see Daniel in a shower, and the shower's totally around him, and then that hot babe comes in, and they're like in the shower, and then he's like, time to get even, and like Johnny, he's like smoking some weed in the bathroom, and he puts like a garden hose in or something, and like totally like wets Johnny, and then he's like, you had to push it, huh? You had to fucking push it. And then they beat the crap out of, the Karate Kid, and then Mr. Miyagi like comes to his aid and like just beats the shit out of like 5 18-year-old guys and eradicates them in 2.5 seconds. And I'm like, fuck you, Johnny. I'm like, Mr. Miyagi just beat the shit out of you. That's right. Yo! Heroes and Villains Collectibles. Yo. It's an anthology, kind of like Tales from the Crypt. It's fun, too. I'll definitely have to check it out, Pixel, but I don't know if the 2007 one will make it to the list. But that one that I just watched where Vision suggested that, it looked amazing, and it looked hilarious. Total 80s, and the guy's like, like he's slapping his thigh, like he's on stage, he's getting the people like fucking pumped up, and then he's got like his face is all like fucked up on one side, and he's got this fucking poofy leather jacket with flowing like 80s hair, and I'm like, this is fucking great. I'm like, this is hilarious, and he's all like, yeah, man, you should be totally, you should honor your fans, or whatever the fuck he said. And then he grabs some like, he looked about 18. He grabs some kid by the neck and like launches his head or something into a fucking screen monitor. And I'm like, oh, it's fucking over with. I have to watch this. It was great. It was definitely great. Anyway, Halloween is coming up. Fears' favorite holiday. So you're definitely going to see a lot of Halloween footage coming. Definitely, I'll try to do maybe a Halloween vlog. Maybe, you know what? I may do Halloween at Disney World. I could do that because I've already done Halloween. I've already done Halloween Horror Nights once or twice, for the vlog. But I've never done Halloween at Disney World. I don't even know if Disney World's more for like families and stuff. So I don't know if they would actually have any like cool Halloween stuff. But I do love one of my favorite rides at Disney World is the Haunted Mansion. I mean, if you guys have never gotten a chance to go to Disney World, the Haunted Mansion is legendary. Classic. It never gets old. Never gets old. So I could do that. I could switch it up and do Halloween, because, Disney World never closes. They're open 365 days a year, making that cheddar cheese for good old Mickey Mouse. So I could do Halloween at Disney World this year. I could do that. So, yeah. Yo, Yakovich. Well, you made it back just in time because Fears, it's already 6:13. I got to go and make some dinner. I need to get a shower, and I'm going to do some editing, and I need to get a little nap before work tonight. So, I'm taking off. DVD Blu-ray guy says, damn, you're still alive. I know. We've been going almost 2 hours. It's 1 hour and 58 minutes, so in about a minute or two, it'll be 2 hours. But I haven't done a long stream in a while, so I thought, yep, I'll just do a long stream for the fans. Anyway, we only made it through two topics today. We only made it through Halloween is coming and top 10 Halloween movies. I'll save the random questions for another day. Fears, you could be utilizing this time to edit the vlogs you're backed up on. Well, that's why I'm going to take off, buddy, and I'm going to get some dinner, and I'm going to edit some videos tonight, But I can't, I can't. Oh, that's another one, Visions. I watched that one all the time, too, when I was a kid. I love Ernest P. World. Know what I mean, Bird? Oh, that fucking guy, the crazy part about that Visions is that guy started as he's a real big, like, theatrical, like, Shakespearean actor. And then he got his start doing those crazy Ernest commercials. And he did like 900 to 1,000 Ernest commercials. And then someone said, "Oh, you're so good in those Ernest commercials. We should make Ernest like into an actual movie." And I love Ernest Goes to Camp. Love Ernest Goes to Camp. And then the second one was Ernest Saves Christmas. And then the third one was Ernest Scared Stupid. After that, they get too cheesy. Like Ernest Strikes Again, the one with like he works like at a museum and he has to save like the crown jewels of England and all this other shit. That one's okay. Then Ernest Goes to Africa, and then Ernest in the Army. Those were not really my cup of tea, but the first three Visions are amazing. Ernest Goes to Camp. Oh, I'm sorry. Ernest Scared Stupid was the fourth one. It goes Ernest Goes to Camp. Then it was Ernest Goes to Jail. That one was all right. That one was pretty good, too. Ernest Goes to Jail. Then it was Ernest Saves Christmas. Then the fourth one was Ernest Scared Stupid. Yeah, Slam Dunk Ernest. I remember watching that one. That was all right. That was all right. But as they kept doing it, Visions, I'm like, they just kept getting way more cheesy and more stupid. And I kind of fell out of interest. The first four are probably the best. The first, like, it went Ernest Goes to Camp, Ernest Goes to Jail, Ernest Saves Christmas, and then Ernest Scares Stupid. Those are my four favorites. The other ones, I watched every single one of them, Visions. They're all right, but that's definitely, I wish I would have thought of that one. You know what? Fuck it. This is a Fear stream. Instead of the top 10 list, I'll add, that has to go on the list. So that's the 11th one on the list. Because I watch Ernest Scared Stupid all the time around Halloween time. That's a good one. That's a classic. So yeah. When's the next vlog? Soon. Soon. Very, very soon. Oh, what? No Visions? I can't add that to the list? Oh, I'm adding it to the list, buddy. I'm adding it to the list. And then Visions went, all right, Fears. Okay. All right. Yeah, the old like all the later Ernest movies. I need to tilt this so the light is so you actually can see Fears. It's pretty bright out. Yeah, the older Ernest movies, they just weren't. I mean, I'm sorry, the ones further on in the series. Yeah, they were all right, but the first four are amazing. Yeah, Visions. What's your favorite all-time favorite Ernest movie? So yeah, let's see. I asked what is the next vlog. It's either going to be the Titanic one or it's going to be one of the convention vlogs. So one of those two. I need to get those up. So it's either going to be a convention vlog or the Titanic vlog. So I need to get those up. But Visions, what is your all-time favorite Ernest movie? It's a split between, for me, it's hard to pick between Ernest Scared Stupid and Ernest Goes to Camp. They're both amazing. Amazing. So it's hard for me to pick a favorite Ernest film, but it's one of those two, for sure. Ernest Saves Christmas is pretty good too. I mean, like I said, those first four movies are pretty legendary. They're pretty good, but yeah. Probably Ernest Goes to Camp, and then Ernest Goes... Yeah, again, Ernest Goes to Jail is pretty awesome, too. Like, that one time, like, where he's trying to play Nash, and he's like, yeah, this is Nash, And then he's like... And he's trying different voices, and he's like, oh, you dirty rat! He's like, you're the one that shot my brother, and I'm the one that's gonna shoot you. And then he looks over at that guy, and he's all like that, and the guy's like, That other guy that doesn't speak at all... He's like, and I'm the man that's going to destroy you. That fucking guy, and he's doing all the different characters as Nash, and he's like, I'm just that type of guy, and all that other fucking shit, So that's pretty good. That's pretty good. Because he had an elastic face. I have somewhat of an elastic face, because I love doing character voices, as you guys know. I can do the Merchant, I can do a little bit of Steve-O. I've been working on my voice acting, so yeah. Whenever I love impersonating people. I love impressions. I love doing impressions of people. So I'm not the best at it, but I give it the old college try. But yeah, it's a good one, Visions. But again, it's hard to pick out of those first 4 movies because the first 4 movies, I think they put more effort into it. They put more money into it. The later ones, like Slam Dunk Ernest, sucked. Ernest Goes to Africa. There was a couple of funny scenes in that. And then where he works at a historical museum and has to save the crown jewels, I'm like, yeah, it's all right. And then Ernest in the Army absolutely is dreadful. It's dreadful. I mean, it was exhausting watching that movie. I'm like, they keep getting worse as they go, man. Ernest Does His Taxes was boring. That's not a movie, Visions. That's not a movie. He did have a TV show. I've got the TV show over here. Where is it? Hang on. Yeah, right here. This was his TV show. So in between his movies, he would do Hey Vern, It's Ernest, the complete series. And he had like a weekly television show. It only had 13 episodes, so he only had 1 season probably. So it didn't do that good, but for a while he did a TV show. So yeah. But I'll be honest, I've got the TV show and I've got Ernest Goes to Camp and I've got Ernest Goes to Jail Visions, but I need to get all of them in the series, whether they're good or bad, because if Fears starts a series, my ADD and my OCD kicks in. And Fears, I have to have the whole collection. I'll give you an example. I love Ghostbusters. Do I love the 2016 version? No. Horrible. But it's in the collection. Because if you're a true fan, you have to have the good, the best, the amazing, the horrible, the ugly, the whole 9 yards. At least in my eyes. Have you seen Ernest Tugs His Worm? It's free on YouTube still, I believe. That's not a movie, Pixel. Now you guys are just jerking Fears' chain. And then he had a movie where a hand came over the top of his head. And I don't remember that one. But I remember watching that one. I think it was like Dr. Otto versus Ernest. That was his first film. That was his very first Ernest film. But you only see Ernest at the beginning of the film and at the end, because throughout the whole movie he plays different characters. He plays that Dr. Otto guy, and so it's not really an Ernest movie, because Ernest Goes to Camp, he plays Ernest all the way through it. But the Dr. Otto one, Ernest makes a cameo at the beginning and at the end of the movie. But it's not really a Ernest film. Ernest is in it, he makes a cameo, but I think that was his first film that he ever did. Besides all a million commercials of Ernest that he did, but I miss Jim Varney. He died shortly after he did Toy Story 2. Toy Story 2 was his last film. He played Slinky. And he did a great job voicing Slinky, so yeah. Anyway, I'm taking off, but don't forget to like, comment, subscribe to FearsMan26, the main channel. Fears Vlogs. Check out my buddy Pixel at Pixel Protocol. When you're there, check out Pixel's wrestling channel. He's got 2 channels. The wrestling channel is good, but Pixel, my God, get some new content on Pixel Protocol. When are you going to release? You've went to 9, 10 cons. I've yet to see even a speck of convention footage. What are you doing, buddy? Get on it. Get on it. Check out my friend Randall at Cameo Man 2021, his main channel, and the Mayor of Magic, his second channel. Big shout out to St. Louis Blues, my favorite hockey team. Hell yeah. Even though I live in Florida, I still gotta support the home team. That's right, motherfuckers. And last, but certainly not least, my buddy, my pal, Visions, Lord Visions. Check him out at www.exhumvisions.com. Buy some cool shit. Why? Because he makes some cool shit. All right, I'm taking off. But Fears loves you. Fears cares about you guys. I'll see you guys later. Peace!